across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Caught behind the line. It's Acker. Still running at the 40. There he goes down the right side. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already. This quarterback and wide receiver, what a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are
There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got him still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the deep?
He's going for the goal line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air, it's Lincoln. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Turns it loose deep. Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Quickly complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And just when you thought the worst was over, the first drive they fumble it, and on the second drive they fumble it.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Murphy. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive, even when you get in this part of the...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that second in the ground.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Well, the defense finally critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Murphy.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw again. Tagged in the middle. It's Banks. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you...
Touchdown, Wolverine! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That is confidence in your arm strength. Look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You can tell he believed it. Put it right where he needed to. You got double coverage. You got to fit it in there. He believed, and he did.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage, man. You want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him and got him on the ground too quick.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Washington sends out the punt team. The This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where.
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at third and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Turning it off! They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. Quick strike complete. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you You saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. To the air, it's Lincoln. Pucks it out of the air. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He makes the grab. Pulled down for the tackle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Let's see what he can do with it. Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
With the catch, it's Smith. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Banks. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The gift to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Wolverines line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want...
Touchdown, Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Acker. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be changing the route. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Camarda. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And to christen this fourth quarter, they'll try to hang a 3 on the board. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 18 to Toledo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to pass, it's Lincoln. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Walters. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close.
Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Gonna let it fly. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Smith. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll bring it out. It's Bean. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he's called close to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Makes the grab. It's Acker. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on.
Breaks into the open. On the spin move. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Lincoln. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. They have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. And you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity in 2 weeks to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session.
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Scanning the field, it's Lincoln. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Washington right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Huskies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. The offense will use the timeout with 25 seconds left. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
It's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next.
Brings it in down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
On the play. 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Washington trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high. The defender, you're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around it?
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but